Hi, my beautiful butterflies. It is March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day. so, um, I'm exhausted right now. I got to bed shortly after midnight and I woke up sometime around 7 a.m. because of my cat. Um, I also had a doctor's appointment today, which I originally was going to wake up at 9 a.m. for that. And my doctor's appointment was just with my primary care. It was kind of just to go over my diabetes. Um, so, anyways, I got up. I left early. I left like at, oh, geez, like somewhere around 10 ish. Because I got there probably even earlier than that. I got there pretty early. And I had to do a urine sample because I didn't do one when I got my labs done the week before when I was supposed to have the appointment last week or whatever it was. On the 5th. I was supposed to have the appointment on the 5th, and I went in the 3rd for blood work and whatnot. And then they canceled my appointment on the morning of the 5th. So, anyways, I did my appointment. Nothing really much going on there. I have a 3-month checkup. So that's scheduled for September 17th. I ended up deciding to do Instacart after the appointment. But here's the thing. I was going to go to Olympia and do it, but I saw that in my area there was a special promotion going on. You do 6 batches and there's guaranteed earnings of $96. Now, in my area, that's actually pretty good because in my area, you're lucky if you get over a $10 batch. And I'm saying batch because instead of orders, because each batch can actually have up to 3 orders in them. So, and even if you have a batch that has 3 orders, that only counts as 1 for that promo. So, just to kind of go over what I made today. I didn't get the promo. I'll just say that. I didn't get the promo. What I did do is I did 3 batches. So my batch pay was $31.85. And my tips were $35.37 for a total of $67.22. I worked for 3 hours and 3 hours 51 minutes. I'm going to start rounding that up to, I'm just going to start rounding it. So it was 3 hours and 52 minutes. Not bad, just under 4 hours. Not bad. My first batch I accepted at 11:55. It was 10.5 miles. I finished at 12:46. It was 2 orders, so 2 people, 11 items and 17 units. So not too bad. My next batch I accepted at 12:56. It was 11.5 miles. That's all between the time I get from when I accept the batch to when I get to the store and then to each drop off. I finished at 1:44. It was one person, 1 order, 8 items, 16 units. The reason why it took so long for the delivery is because it's pretty much out where I live. So it's maybe 10 minutes from where I live. Batch number 3 took quite a while. I literally went to the store and sat in the parking lot. I ended up going in and actually buying some food on my food card and a couple other things while I waited. So my third batch I accepted at 2:46. It was 7.6 miles. So this was just my mileage from the store to drop-offs. It was a 3-person order. It was 56 items, 82 units because there was multiples of those. there was one order where like they wanted 4 items or 2 orders where they wanted 4 of one item. That was a busy one. I ended up actually having to get another cart and help out to my car because all the bags in it, I almost wasn't sure if I was going to be able to put it in my car. I knew I was going to because I've had a bigger order when I worked doing the Spark for Walmart. I had over 400 items in my car and they went to one spot, and it was a kind of like a convenience store. I think it was a mix of a personal and work order, I think. But anyways, so I went a total of 29.6 miles and I got paid $67.22. That's not bad. My steps, I'm over 7,000 steps already today. And it's 6:30. So I'm going to eat. I'm just having a Hot Pocket. I have stuff to make burgers. I was going to make burgers tonight, but I think I'm going to make those tomorrow. Maybe. That or salmon, one of the two, because I picked up some asparagus tonight for $1.99. It might have actually been less than that, now that I think about it, but I'm not sure where my receipt is right now. So that was kind of my day. Yesterday, I had another doctor's appointment with my cardiologist. I didn't do any Instacart. I was supposed to meet up with somebody that I had met online, and they pretty much ghosted me yesterday. So I was not happy about that. I ended up spending 3 or 4 hours at the casino. I did end up losing $40, but 3 or 4 hours and only losing $40, that's not bad. I was just a little PO'd that the person ghosted me. So, but it is what it is. I mean, you can't do anything about it. I am looking at my computer right now because I can look at my purchases on my receipts if it wants to work. But I didn't do anything else, nothing spectacular yesterday. Yeah. Oh, I can't see the receipt. Okay. So I picked up some hot dog or hamburger buns for $1.99. I did pick up 2 liters of Dr. Pepper for 99 cents a piece. My asparagus came to $1.93 because it was 0.97 pounds at $1.98 per pound, I guess. I thought it was $1.99, but hey, that's okay. My Hot Pockets were $3.99, and then I got a whole bunch of sliced cheese for $6. It was 36 slices for $6. Not bad. And it's Sargento, the good stuff. And some lettuce for $2.29. So I spent $28.45. I did purchase some other stuff earlier, and that was some Feastables, milk chocolate Feastables. Those were clearanced out for $4.42, so the little like 6-packs. And then the Bloom energy drinks, they were buy 2 get 1 free. So I got 3 of those at $2.99. I got 2 of them at $2.99 and then a free one. I also got it's called a Crunch Pack. So it had apples, cheese, and crackers in it for $2.99. Some cuties for $4.99. A Dairy Gold 14-ounce chocolate milk for $1.79. I think it's something to drink. And then I picked up some more cereal, some Post Cinnamon Pebble cereal on clearance for $1.84. And then some Reese's peanut butter eggs for $1.25 and some Ziploc freezer bags, 38 of them, a 38 cut on clearance for $4.99. So I did spend $23.26 on food and $5.43 on the freezer bags. So that's not bad. I'm gonna actually write that down. $5.43. That's pretty much under my household budget type thing. I do plan on getting back into the budgeting. Right now things are just kind of tight and I'm literally living like kind of day to day. And I'm still kind of living off of that 6,000 that I won. So I'm trying not to budget that just because I'm trying to do the Instacart and live off of the Instacart more than I am the 6,000. 6,000 is kind of my play money, kind of my backup. Anyways, that is pretty much all that I've done the last 2 days. I was sick from like Monday, all of last week, Monday to Friday. I was pretty much sick with a cold. I'm over that now. I probably sound a whole lot better. Yeah, I think that's about it. All right, my beautiful butterflies. I will talk to you later. I hope you all have a wonderful, happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye-bye.